Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so I'm back with another heavyweight fight classic review. I'm gonna go 1955. I'm gonna go two Hall of Famers, Rocky Marciano versus the old mongoose Archie Moore. Okay, now Archie Moore at this time was the light heavyweight champion. He's arguably, man, shit, probably top five light heavyweights of all time. I mean, he's right up there with Roy Jones Jr., Bob Foster, Billy Conn, you name them. I mean, Archie Moore is shit probably the best at light heavyweight of all time, but definitely up there in that top five. Michael Spinks. I mean, the list goes on and on. You could name them. Um, Now Moore, he had two shots at the heavyweight title. This was his first one against Rocky Marciano. Then he later went on to face the young Floyd Patterson. He lost both of those fights, but he did beat some good heavyweight contenders in his day. Nino Valdez, he beat him twice, I believe. The Cuban, one of my favorite fighters in that era. He beat Bob Baker. He beat Jimmy Slade. I mean, he beat a few guys. I can't remember all of them, but he beat a few guys. Well, a lot of guys. I mean, this dude finished his career with over 130 knockouts. I mean, so he had concussive power. He was wily. He was crafty. He had good defense, good technique, good skill, good heart. He will go down in fights, get up, go back down, get back up, put you down, knock you out. Archie Moore is one of the best, man. When I look at these guys, their height and their weight around the same size, both around that 5'11". They both came in this fight 188 pounds. I believe Moore was 188 pounds and 1/4. So I think he just slightly outweighed Marciano for this fight, but pretty much, man, the same height, same weight. Uh, I don't know his age for this fight. For this fight, I've read that he was 38. I heard he was 39. Heard he was 41. So I'm not sure, but let's just go with 40. Let's just round it off and just go with 40. He was at least 40 for this fight against Marciano. Marciano, this was his last fight. This was his sixth and final title defense, and he went on to retire. He went on to retire later on that following year in 1956. Okay, the Brockton blockbuster, The Rock, Rocky Marciano, man, chin, stamina, relentless, pressure, power, will, determination. That's what I think of when I think of The Rock. He started his career very late. He didn't have a long career, man. Only fought, what, 1947 to, and he retired in 56. Not really a long career. He had a lot of fights. He had 49 fights, but really not a long career. I think he was 32 years old for this fight, I believe. 31 or 32. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I know he's in his early 30s for this fight. So I'm going to go round by round. After the first round, I'm going to come back, let you know what I thought about this historic fight that took place 1955 in Yankee Stadium. All right, so after the first round, I slightly gave that round to Moore. I thought he was landing a jab effectively. He was landing it, and on the inside, they're both doing a lot of grappling with their arms, trying to get position on the inside. Both guys are around about that 5'11", but the way they're dropping down, they're damn near making themselves about 5'5". The way they are dropping down, Moore is evading, and he's pretty elusive. Can't believe how elusive this guy was to be 40, man, at this stage right here. But Marciano's is trying to throw some hooks, and Moore is pretty much timing those hooks, man. He's able to roll underneath those hooks. He caught Marciano with a good left uppercut on the inside when they both had each other arms trying to figure out a way to land some punches. He landed a nice, stiff, quick left uppercut on the inside. Marciano did land some decent body punches. He missed a few too, being that Archie Moore was a very good defensive fighter. But I slightly gave it to Moore. Not much damage done in that first round, but I gave that first round to Moore. All right, so round two, 10-8, Moore. He was able to knock down Marciano. Marciano started to throw some good left hooks in there. He's doing his little, how Marciano fights when he likes to crouch down and come out of that crouch with left and right hooks. Sometimes he like to lean back on his right foot, and he'll come out of that crouch with left and right hooks. He was landing some good left hooks, and then he tried to throw a right hook, and Moore countered it with the right hand. They caught Marciano right on the chin. He drops. He gets up. And he started to come on late in the round. He started to land some good body shots and started to come on late in the round. But I thought Moore won that round. I gave him the first 2 rounds. I thought he won round 1. And then he took round 2, 10-8 with the knockdown. Again, both of these guys, man, they're making themselves shorter than they actually are by crouching down and trying to look for openings and boxing on the inside a little bit. But I definitely gave Archie Moore that second round. All right, round 3, I gave that round to Marciano. You know, in this fight, man, when Marciano is using his jab and when he's committing to the body, it's a totally different fight because Moore, he's looking to counter. Although he has great power, it seems as if he's just looking to counter Marciano when he's throwing those big left hooks and big right hands. He's looking to counter off of that. And then when they get on the inside, he's looking to just kind of manhandle Marciano on the inside, kind of, you know, show him or try to show him that he's stronger than him. But when Marciano does not allow him to grapple him like that on the inside and just work his body, the fight definitely goes his way. Marciano's landed some good chopping right hands in this round, good left hooks and right hooks. He's starting to land a little bit more. Moore, again, he's just looking to counter as he's rolling and slipping shots and giving Marciano his shoulder, his left shoulder, and he's rolling kind of that Philly shell a little bit, and he's rolling shots. He's looking to counter off of that, and he's trying to stick that jab. But when Rocky is using his jab, instead of just trying to lead with power shots, he's a little bit more successful. At least he was in his third round, and when he's trying to work the body. But I definitely gave round 3 to Rocky Marciano. Also, I forgot to add, Rocky Marciano has a left cut, or he has a cut over his left eye. Forgot to put that in there. Doesn't seem like a bad cut, although this is black and white and it's hard to see. But listening to the announcers, they say the cut isn't that bad, but I can barely see the cut. But he does have a cut over his left eye. All right, into round 4, I gave that to Marciano. That was a pretty entertaining round 4. Rocky had Moore on the ropes a lot of that round, and he was missing a lot of shots, man. Moore was slipping and rolling a lot of those punches, but he was also getting hit with with a lot of punches too. Some good right hands was landing on him. He was very defensive this round. He wasn't throwing enough punches. Even though he was slipping, he wasn't countering as much as he was in the first few rounds. He's starting to get tagged, man. You can tell some of these shots are taking effect. And Marciano just keep the pressure coming. You would think he would get tired after throwing so many shots, but he is still right there. He's not retreating. He's not showing that he's getting tired. Although he's missing some of these shots, the ones that are landing are popping more, popping his head back a little bit. You can tell these shots are starting to take effect on him. I gave that round to Marciano. All right, into round 5. That was a pretty tough round to score, man. Moore did a good job of not trying to slug it out with Rocky Marciano that round. Doing a lot of moving, a lot of slipping, trying to counter. He was working the jab. Marciano landed some good hooks in there, but not enough. He was doing a lot of missing. He's also doing a good job of making Archie Moore miss too. But you can tell The Rock is trying to get on the inside. He's trying to bang away. He's trying to throw hooks and uppercuts, man. And Moore did a good job of staying away, working a jab. I thought he did a little bit more in this round than Rocky Marciano. But that 5th round was very tough to score. But I gave it to Archie Moore. Slightly. Wow. That was a huge, huge round for Rocky Marciano. Definitely gave him round 6. He was able to knock down Archie Moore twice. The first one was a huge overhand right that dropped him. Moore gets up. I'm not even sure how he even lasted, man, but they went to war, like some made-for-TV type of stuff. It was just left and right hooks galore. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to call the action on that one as far as the punches, exact punches that they threw, but Rocky Marciano put on an onslaught of punches. Archie Moore was rolling. He was rolling and riding with some of the punches, but then he was getting caught with vicious left hooks. Then he got caught with another right hand that put him down. He gets back up. He keeps fighting. That was a very entertaining round. 2 knockdowns for Rocky Marciano. Credit for him in that round. So definitely gave him that round. Huge round for him. You can tell he's looking for his big shots over the top and underneath with those either uppercut or right hooks or left hooks. I don't like how he's abandoning his jab, though, man. I think The Rock would have been a lot better in this fight had he used the jab to set up those big shots. He's just pretty much looking for those shots as lead. He's trying to lead with big power shots, and he definitely found his power shots that round. Definitely gave him that round. Great back and forth action. I actually gave Archie Moore round number 7, man. He came out and uh, he was countering and turning Marciano in this round. He landed 2 good right hands early in the round. The Rock in this fight, man, he's like leaning in with his head sometimes. Marciano did land a good uppercut on him to make him pay. Archie Moore did land a good uppercut on him to make him pay when he was leaning in like that. He's not doing it enough. I know it's kind of easy for me to say it in hindsight, but he wasn't doing it enough. He seemed as if he could have caught The Rock, man. But, Marciano had a good chin on him. And towards the end of the round, Marciano had Moore on the ropes, but it seemed like Moore was doing a good job of fighting off the ropes. They were both missing a lot. You could tell a little bit tired in there. And Marciano just keeps relentless pressure on, man. Even when he's tired, he's still right in front of you throwing punches. His his definition of resting is just still staying in front of you throwing punches and not putting as much on some of them. That was his definition of taking a rest in there. But I slightly edged that one to Moore, man. Thought he outworked Marciano. Thought he landed more good, cleaner shots that round. But and then there was a slip, but it looked like it was a good right hand that Marciano threw and landed on Moore, but they counted it as a slip. Obviously, I can't see their feet, but they counted it as a slip, but it looked like a good right hand landed. But I gave that round to Archie Moore, round number 7. All right, so the end of round 8, and I was going to slightly edge Moore in that round. They're both going back and forth. It was a tough round to score. Marciano putting on pressure. He's missing a lot of punches, man, but he is landing some in there too. Both guys are tired. Moore did a good job of countering, and he's starting to work the uppercut in there a little bit more in this round, and he's landing good combinations after The Rock throws big left, right hooks, and he's missing. Moore's landing some good, 2-3 punch hooks of his own, countering. When he gets on the ropes, he still, looks comfortable on the ropes. And then towards the end of the round, a few seconds left, he gets dropped with a right hand. And you could tell it's starting to take effect. And it seemed like Marciano is just keeping the pressure on, man. Just relentless pressure. So I gave that round to Marciano 10-8 for the knockdown at the end of the round with a right hand. Moore is also dead tired. When he stood up from that knockdown, he's hurt. They're in the corner trying to, smack him in his face, trying to wake him up. He is hurt and he is tired, man. All right, 9th round starts. Rocky Marciano jumps right on top of Archie Moore. He was really hurt at the end of the last round. The end of round 8, he jumped right on top of him, got him against the ropes, and it was pretty much left hook, right uppercut, left uppercut. It was just pretty much bombs. And he, Moore was fighting back, though, man. The champion that he is, man. Hall of Famer that he is. He was fighting back. He just got tired, outgunned. Marciano can crack. So could Moore, you know what I mean? But too much pressure. The punches started to take effect, and he got dropped with a series of left hands. He was trying to beat the count. Got counted out. Very entertaining fight, man, between two legends. So that's my recap. Rocky Marciano picks up the 9th round KO over the legend, Archie Moore. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I'm out.